Hello everyone, Alicia here with another weekly grocery haul for my WW meal plan for the week and just whatever else that we needed for the week. And if you hear strange noises, my kitty's over there sitting on the chair. This week I went to Super One and I will just jump right in. Got a couple of 18-ounce containers of fresh blueberries. Got 3 of the Sumo Citrus, still really love these. Got some green grapes and some red grapes, and then got several bananas, got a couple pineapple, and then here we got 2 bags of our favorite apple, the Cosmic Crisp. These are really good, and they were on a bit of a sale this week. Got some broccoli florets. I'm gonna have that steamed up as a side for one of my dinners. Got a white onion, that is for one of my recipes this week. Got a couple green onions for a couple different recipes. A couple Roma tomatoes. I'm going to be using at least one of those in a recipe this week. And then got a avocado for sandwiches for my son. Speaking of my son, got some Seattle sourdough bagels. He loves the Seattle sourdough bread, so figured he could try out the bagels. And speaking of the bread, got the bread as well. He uses a lot of this for breakfast sandwiches. Got some Starkist solid white albacore tuna, just to kind of have on hand. Sometimes I like to just make up a little bit of tuna for extra protein for the day. And got some yellow mustard, so we are out. Got some of these Pearl's blue cheese hand-stuffed olives. These are really good. And then got some real crumbled bacon. I'm going to be using this in a recipe this week. Down here, got some Oscar Mayer natural turkey, uncured turkey franks. I'm going to be using these in a recipe this week. And then I got some boneless, skinless chicken breast in my meowing. Yes, say hello, baby. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Yes, hello. Yes. You always got to be meowing in the background, don't you? Yes, okay. All right, where was I? Coffee Mate. 0 sugar, chocolate caramel. Got some Florida's Natural orange juice, pulp free or no pulp. And then here I got some of this Planet oat milk, unsweetened, the original. I'm gonna try this out. I really like almond milk. I use that all the time for baking, and if I'm just gonna use milk in general, I typically use almond milk instead of dairy milk now. But I wanna try this out, the oat, kind of to compare to the almond. It's the same amount of points. It's a point per cup of this, just like it is for almond milk. So I'm going to try that out, and I am using that in a recipe this week as well. Down here, my husband wanted a shrimp ring. And then I got some Lunchables for my son to take to school, just here and there. So he got 3 of the chicken nuggets and then a turkey and American. Picked up some cheese heads, light string cheese. I've just been kind of craving cheese. And these are only 2 points, so these are kind of nice to have on hand for a snack. Got some Chobani, not that plain Greek yogurt. I'll be using that in a recipe this week. Plus, as I always say, I use Greek yogurt in all kinds of things. Use it all the time. I pretty much buy it every single week. Fage is my favorite, but Super One does not carry the fat-free version of it. So when I go there, I get the Chobani. Speaking of not carrying anymore, our favorite Dairy Gold cottage cheese, they're not carrying, I don't think, in the larger containers that we like to buy. So I picked up this Food Club, and this one I've had before, and it's actually pretty good. And it's, I think, like 10 calories less and maybe half a gram of fat less than the Dairy Gold, which makes it 2 points instead of 3. So I might end up switching to that. But this is a really good cottage cheese if you haven't tried it. My son wanted some of these Baskin Robbins mint chocolate chip ice cream bars. He also, I think these were on sale, picked these up, these bagel bites, pizza snacks, cheese sausage and pepperoni. And then we got 2 bags of the real good lightly breaded chicken strips. I like to say I prefer getting these from somewhere like Costco because they're considerably cheaper than buying them in a grocery store. But the one thing that's nice about the ones that you get in the grocery store is they have 23 grams of protein instead of the 21 that are in the Costco ones. I think they use a slightly different breading. The breading has more protein or something is the difference. But that little extra protein is nice. Plus it makes these 2 points a serving instead of 3 that the Costco are. But anyway, we love these. So we got 2 bags for my husband and I. And then for my son, picked up a bag of the Foster Farms nuggets. And that was everything. I'll have the total price on the screen for those of you that are interested. And then here's my meal plan for the week. So for breakfast, I'm going to be doing peanut butter banana chocolate chip breakfast cookies. These are really good. They're also very, very easy to make. So that is going to be breakfast prep. I've got some frozen bananas actually that I'm going to be using in those that I want to get used up. Lunch prep, going to be doing pigs in a blanket. I haven't made these in forever. They use the 2-ingredient dough that I absolutely love, and they're very, very good. So I'm going to be doing those. Plus I have some Velveeta that I need to get used up. For dinner, going to be doing my version of Impossibly Easy cheeseburger pie, kind of a lightened up version of that. And then my other dinner prep is going to be skinny $1 million chicken. That's a really easy, tasty one. It comes together pretty quickly too, so I like that one. I had some cream cheese from last week's spinach dip that I want to get used up, so I'm going to be using that and that for dinner. And then finally for dessert this week, going to be doing protein cookie dough bark. That one is really good too. Nice little sweet way to get in some extra protein for not a whole lot of points. So that is my meal plan for the week. I do have videos on everything but the Impossibly Easy cheeseburger pie. So I'll have links to those up above and down below, and you can check any of those out if you're interested. I'll also have a link to my website where all of my WW recipes are. If the Impossibly Easy cheeseburger pie sounds good to you, that is what I'm going to be filming this week. So be on the lookout for that because I'll have that video up shortly after you see this one. But that was my grocery haul and my meal plan for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if any of these recipes sound good to you or if you've tried any of these before, the ones that I already have videos on. I'd love to know what you guys think of those. But thank you guys as always for watching, and I will see you on the next one.